Well, good morning. It is Friday, June 6th at around 11 a.m., just a few minutes after 11, and I am here in the Haliburton Highland Water Trails at the Herb Lake Access. I am moving, hopefully, in less than 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks yesterday, and 98% of my stuff is packed up. So it's supposed to be a beautiful weekend this weekend. The weather has not been great the last many weekends, and I thought, you know what, I gotta get away. I'm just so stressed out, and just gonna do a one-night trip, but it's only 11 in the morning, so I have all day today and then tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll come back out and then go home and continue with my packing. And I also have to make the videos from my trip last weekend in Temagami and also this weekend's trip, so that I have content going on my YouTube while I'm packing and unpacking and moving and all that stuff. So I picked campsite number 88. I stayed on campsite number 88, I think in November of 2023 with the hot tent. And it's just a nice little campsite. There's no one booked on the lake for the whole weekend, or hadn't been as of this morning when I last looked. It is bug season, but they're not actually that bad. That's about it for now. I'm going to jump in the canoe and get on my way, and hopefully have a lovely, lovely time this weekend. So let's go. Oh my God. Is that real, or is that a decoy? It's got to be a decoy. There's no feet. Oh my gosh. That's creepy. Oh dear. Okay. The bugs have found me. They're waiting for me in my canoe. As you can see, the water is almost perfect mirror. There's no breeze at all. There is supposed to be one very soon. So hopefully that happens, but in the meantime I'm going to create my own. Well, the sun has come out. There are some light clouds and some haze, but it is actually getting through, and it's really, really, really hot when the sun comes out. All right, I've got my water thermometer here. It says the air temperature right now is 24.8, or it was inside the Ziploc bag in my canoe. This is going down about maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet. Not super deep, but I do have a sinker on it, so it would drop as much as possible. And it is saying 18.6 is where it stopped at. So that's fairly decent. I knew it was going to be pretty high because in Temagami last weekend on the Lady Evelyn River, where the ice just went out, like at that time, I think it was 2 or not even 3 weeks before that. It was 14.8 or something like that. So not, you know, a bathwater, but definitely will buy you some time if you do capsize and you're able to make it to shore or make it to the car so I can warm up, or make it to the campsite so I can put dry clothes on and do all the things. So hence why I'm not wearing my dry suit anymore, and happy to be free of it. I love my dry suit because it allows me to go paddling when, you know, the water's freezing cold, and it helps keep me safe. But I also feel trapped inside of it because I have colitis, and thankfully I'm a bit healthier than I have been the last few years, so it's not as bad, but it's still always that moment of panic. And I don't eat much when I'm wearing a dry suit because I'm always afraid I'm going to get stuck in there. Anyways, TMI. All right, I'm going to get to paddling here and get to the campsite, and I will see you in a bit. Well, since nobody is booked on the lake today, or hadn't been since when I left home. I thought it would be a good idea to stop at a couple of the campsites here on the right side. I've never seen any of them. I've only seen 88 and I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's 108. I stayed there with my friend Tam in August, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It's a nice little site. That's also on the left. And I also stayed on a campsite at the very end of the lake with Kevin Cowan quite a few years ago, almost I think 8 or 9 years ago now. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of check out some of the other sites because I've never seen them. And why not? I was going to do some fishing, but I actually caught a fish last weekend. I caught a splake, I believe. That's what I'm being told it is. And I cooked it and ate it for dinner. And I was debating whether or not to bring my fishing rod and stuff. My fishing rod is actually in the car, but I left the lures at home. And when I got here, I was like, yeah, you know what? I should do some fishing. Just do some catch and release. And I don't have my lures. I decided not to bring them, so too late. So I'm not going to do that, but thought this would be something cool to do. Plus the season is starting, and these videos are going to go up early July, I believe. My videos are behind. They are like that on purpose. I need time to make them in between going out on all these trips and packing and unpacking and also moving. So yeah, but it'll still help some people who are booking in like August, September, October, whatever, or whenever, maybe next year, of what some of these sites look like. So here we are. So this is the entrance here. I don't know what number it is. I'll look on the map. Don't have it handy. Just trying to stop the boat before it scratches too much here. Okay, I'm gonna jump out and I'll give you a little tour. All right, so you can still hear the cars from the road, which I've never noticed I could hear them from the other site. It is a little bit of a ways still up the lake, but just an FYI. Nice kind of entrance into the water here, a nice landing, and then it drops off, so probably an okay place to go swimming. Here's the fire pit right here. It's also probably a nice place to sit. I believe the sun sets over here somewhere, so probably afternoon sun. And here's the spot. I still don't know what number it is, but I will tell you in a minute. Something was digging there, it looks like. There's a couple of seats or tables, whatever you want to call them. Somebody has left a can here, which I will take out and put in my garbage when I leave. And this is site number 87B. 1 tent up to 4 people is the restriction on this campsite. There's a little bit of a bay in here, and privy is over there. I'm not going to go to the privy just because, but there is one. There are privies here. It looks like it goes down and up on the other side of some rocks there, and some spots for tents here. Looks like you put your tent right here. Everything's nice and close, and probably, well, you're only allowed 1 tent, but there are roots here as well, so maybe here or here. There's a couple of spots here to put tents, and that's the site. So there you go. If you were wondering what this one looks like, now you know. Okay, I'm gonna jump back in the canoe. I hear something knocking. It sounds like a canoe, like hitting something in the water, but it's not my canoe, and there's nobody else here. I think it's the waves underneath this rock here. Oh, this looks like there might be some blueberry bushes here. Yep, it's like a hollow underneath that rock, and it's making this really cool sound. You can probably fish off of here too, I'm assuming. I like this little front deck here. Okay, off we go back into the boat. Alrighty, 11:40, the sun is back out. There's a thin layer of clouds in the sky, so it's actually kind of helping because when the sun is out in full force, it is super hot. I think there's a really good chance I'm going to brave the water today and go for a swim if I have a nice spot to go, because why not? Alright, here's the next campsite. It's number 87. I'm just looking for a way to get onto it. It's really steep. And it's on kind of like a point. So there's water on both sides. So I really want to check it out. I'm going to kind of paddle around over there. The wind is taking me that way, or the current, but I'm going to go over that way and see if I can get up there somehow and take a look. The best spots here. Oh, it's very buggy all of a sudden. The wind was kind of blowing a little bit, and they were going, and I don't know, as soon as I started pulling up to this campsite, they just started swarming me. It must be a nice spot to put the boats. I've actually seen people camping here, and I haven't seen their boats, so there's parking around back. I like this campsite because there's a bay in behind it, but what I don't like is that there's another campsite. I can see it right there. So very close by. Oh, see, there's a trail there and a nice little landing. I love the rocks and stuff though. All right, here's the view. Very rocky in here if you're looking for frogs and stuff like that. Probably a good spot. Looks like there's a faint trail here, but then it doesn't go anywhere. I think maybe because this tree went down. Oh well, I will go around it. Looks like there's some blueberry bushes here. Okay. Back landing. Nice spot here. Like I said, I believe the sun goes down over here, so nice place to sit and watch the sunset. But again, there's a campsite right there. Okay. I guess you'd have to bring all your stuff through here. I thought there was a trail. Looked like there was one at the start where the boat was, but it's kind of disappeared. Not really sure. Oh, here we go. Isn't anything good yet? As far as like tent setup or anything, but I think that's all over by where the steep parking was. Wow. Where is the main part of the campsite? Guess I should have tried to come up sooner. There was a spot here that kind of looked okay, but then I was like, oh, there's probably something better. So I guess maybe it's not a big issue if that other campsite is right there, because you're kind of more on this side, facing away from the other campsite. So there's a spot there you can get into the water, I guess. And looks like here's the fire pit area. Very nice. And there's a nice spot for tents. A little bit lumpy, but not too bad. There's the fire pit. And there's the view. Not bad. Just don't know where you would put your tent. But, yeah, it's a nice spot for a fire. privy sign there. Apparently I walked past it and didn't even see it. Not sure how. Guess this is a good spot for a tent right here. Toilet is this way. Isn't that funny? Well, I didn't come this way. I came around the outside edge. So, got bare feet today. I'm not wearing my water socks, so I'll have to check for ticks. I hear they're really bad this year and they're everywhere. Never actually seen one. All right, there's the privy. It's in a nice little hidden spot. It's not bad. Still much happier with the one I have. Some birds here in the bushes. Especially right now, it's bug season, right? So you want to be in an open area where there's lots of wind. And that isn't the case here. But it's also sheltered from the sun. So I guess it just depends on what you're looking for. Anyway, I'm gonna paddle over to the other site there and take a look at that one. And I'll be back in a bit. All right, there's a view of the back of that campsite. And now I'm heading just across here to this one over here. I'll tell you what number it is when I get there. All right, coming up to campsite number, stalling. Oh my gosh, could they make it any smaller on the sign, honestly? I have no idea where I'm going to put the canoe here. 87A. 2 tents, 6 people, I think it says. Trying to stop my boat, but I'm going to hit the rocks. Oh, this is actually really shallow here. The water levels are high, by the way, I noticed. Right at the axis, you can tell right away. Because places where I used to put my tripod selfie stick to film are underwater. So this is probably nice when the water's down a little bit more, because you can kind of stand out here and put your boat out here and stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, 87A, here's the view. There's the other campsite I was just on. Mine's up over there somewhere. And let's go take a look. Ooh. Nice fire pit area here at the front. There's a nice point here. Overlooking the lake. Beautiful butterfly. I was like, what is that? It's coming towards me. So, nice point here. Another rock over there. Oh, maybe a swimming spot up here, I don't know. Bugs are getting really annoying now. Some lily pads here. Oh, actually, it looks like it drops off pretty good once you get off of here. So, oh, there's a fish. I should have brought my fishing rod. That's actually a good sized fish. You see it? It's right there. Oh, it's gone. Huh. Wow, this drops off real nice. This is a great spot to fish right here in between these 2 rocks. I bet you the fish love that spot. I'm kind of sad I didn't bring my rod now, but when I catch them, I want to eat them, and I really wanted to make the steak. There's a portage over there as well. Not sure where that goes. I have to look on my map. I keep hearing all these strange sounds as the water hitting the rocks, and I keep thinking my boat is like taking off. So I don't have it tied up, but it's fairly secure. I like this spot. It smells really good. Roasted pine needles. Beautiful. So yeah, not super private at the fire pit area, but it's okay. There's my boat. And then I guess back here is where you put your tents. Our tent. Lots of roots down here on the ground. Don't know. Privy is this way. Over there somewhere. I'm not going to go. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really see any good tent spots, but maybe they're a little deeper in the campsite. I guess this is one here. It's not too bad. And right here. Maybe along the side here, yeah. Over here. So there you go. There's a couple campsites for you, and maybe I'll check out that other one after I get settled into mine. I think I'm going to head to mine next, and we'll see where I go from there. Such a beautiful day here. All right, well, somehow it is 12 o'clock now. I think it was 20 after 11 when I left the access. But I stopped and checked out 3 campsites, so I feel like I've done my day's work now. I can relax. Campsite is actually just across from where I am right now. My boat is pointing to it. Right over there. Can't see very well. As I said, it's really hazy out here, but I can see it. So, make my way over there next. It is such a beautiful day out here. When I'm on the water, the bugs are almost non-existent now that there's a bit of a breeze. When I first got on the water, it was mirror, but I could see that there was wind like in this section because there were ripples on the water. But it's warm, it's sunny. Yeah, the air quality is not the best right now because of the smoke from the fires, but I don't really notice too much. Just a bit of a faint smell. And I was so shocked to go onto the website yesterday when I was like, well, you know, I should just go for one night. I can squeeze it in and I'll just have to work extra hard to get the videos done. That's really my main focus. My packing is fine. I need maybe half a day or one day just to kind of put away the last things, but like I said, 98, even I might even say 99% of it is done. But I have to go through 6.5 hours of footage from last weekend and get my Temagami videos all done and edited and up on YouTube, and as well as the ones from this weekend that I'm making right now. So that's actually my worry. And I was just so shocked that nobody was booked here. Like, there's not one campsite booked on this whole lake today or tomorrow. And I find that really surprising. I know it's bug season, but geez, I don't know. It's not that bad. I know a lot of people have bug shelters, so wow, the water is so high. So I camped over there with my friend Tam, I think it was 2 summers ago, and campsite over there. And we sat out, there's rocks that come out here, and we sat out on the rocks and went swimming off of them, and you can't even see them right now. It's just unbelievable. There's also another campsite, I think it's in that bay, I've always wanted to check out, so I'm interested in going to take a look at that later. But first I'm going to go here to my site. They actually have this campsite wrong on the reservation system map. They actually have it on this side, but I assure you it is the right number and it is right here. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I just know where it is, so because I've been here before. But I'm going to paddle up to it and go check it out and get everything set up quickly, maybe have some lunch, and then I might come back out and do some paddling. I might go for a swim. I'm just going to see what happens with the weather here. If the sun stays out, I might get in the water. It's pretty hot. Access is a little nicer with the higher water. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the boat and I'll give you a little tour. All right, home sweet home. Made it to the campsite. Still quickly with little effort. And I'll show you around. What I like most about this campsite is this, which might make it not as good actually right now because of bug season, but I always think that this would be a great place to see a moose or a deer or some type of wildlife. I haven't seen anything there as yet, but nice paddle down there as well. Yeah. So here's the site. Just gonna look to see the best place to put the bug shelter. It's the only thing I brought with me out of the canoe. Just because it is bug season. It's nice and windy here because I've got the nice flow through, which I wanted. And I thought that would be great for bug season. Here's the fire pit. I've actually never had a fire here because when I camped here I had my little wood stove. So I had a fire inside the tent. There's the fire pit, and again, nice breeze flowing through here. Because you can see, even though this big boulder is here, when you get up on top, you can see over here. I think the sun kind of goes this way and sets somewhere over in this direction. So you can go up on the rock and see it. You can go over here and see it. And then you've got this nice rock to kind of block people's view, like so you have some privacy as well. So this is where I put the tent last time, and probably where I'll set up my tent this time. It's a nice flat spot, and just have to look to see where I'm going to put the bug shelter. It's super easy to set up. Doesn't take long. And then down here there's a long path where you will eventually find the privy. So I'll come up here and show you the view. Nice view. You can see the lake everywhere, all around. So there's the campsite that I was at just a little while ago. Both of them are over there. And then there's a group campsite here somewhere, which I've never seen anybody on. Somewhere in here. And then the campsite I stayed on with Tam is over there, and it just looks so strange with the water so high. This rock here that you see, there's like rocks that come out all out here, and that's where we were sitting and swimming. It's so funny. Anyways, that is about it for the tours for now. It is nice and windy up here, so it's great because there are pretty much no bugs up here. So this is actually a decent place to sit. I might just bring my chair up here and sit out here. But you can also sit out there, and there's also that rock there that goes out into the water as well, because Tam and I sat there and had lunch. One day when we were camping over there, we came exploring and we ended up having lunch over here. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how different it looks when the water's high. Okay, I'm gonna go set up. All right, well, some point after I landed, like 5 minutes later, the deer flies came out. So we got black flies, deer flies, and mosquitoes. And my bug shelter is up right there. There was a couple of nice spots over here, but the trees were too far apart for my hammock. And I'm pretty sure I can put the hammock in here. So that's why I picked that. I'm going to throw all my stuff in there and kind of take a break for a minute because the bugs are driving me insane. And I don't have my head net on yet, which I probably should have on, and that would make it a little better. But the sun is coming out too, more fully, and it seems to be just making the bugs even crazier. So yay for bug shelters. Well, hello. Whew. I am hot. Take a look at my hair because it looks really nice today. And I'm about to put my head net on it and cover it up because the bugs were burrowing into my hair back here and biting me. So I know it's bug season, but when I went outside to put my stuff in the car this morning, it wasn't bad at all. There were barely any bugs out, and even while I was paddling here, but I don't know if you can hear. I'll put the camera up to the ceiling of the bug shelter. Maybe you can hear them. It sounds like it's raining, and it's the middle of the day. Like, I can't even imagine witching hour. Of course, the wind picked up as soon as I start filming. All right, well, I've got all my stuff in here. I do plan on putting my tent over there somewhere. But all in good time, there's no rush. I think I'm going to get some lunch out. I brought some kielbasa. This morning, it was in the freezer. It was still frozen. But I didn't put it in my cooler bag with my steak and the ice just because I wanted to have it for lunch. It's pretty cold, but hopefully it'll defrost enough once I slice it. There's lots of room in the bear vault because I didn't really bring that much food. I just have breakfast for tomorrow. And, you know, the regular stuff, my toothbrush, my deodorant, that kind of stuff. I brought some cheese, which I believe I did put that in the cooler bag, and some crackers somewhere. So I'll get that out. Okay, now you can hear it. Hear them all? Sounds kind of like baby popcorn, like. All right, I got my little charcuterie lunch here. Some Marble lactose-free cheese, cheddar, some Melba toast crackers, and some turkey kielbasa. And I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this beautiful view and the knot bugs all over me, and just kind of chill out. I'll be back in a bit. It's 2 o'clock. I don't know how, but it is. I put my hammock up. I feel quite accomplished from doing that. I ate my delicious lunch, and I'm just sitting here watching the waves on the water, listening to an audiobook. Not much going on. I need to get out and set up the tent, and I was just about to do that because it was windy there for a little bit, and I noticed that the bugs aren't really around too much. Like, they don't like the wind, so I'm waiting for like a nice windy moment to go out and set up my tent, which is sitting here. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not very windy. I mean, it's a little bit, but I'm actually like on the opening of the water here. Over there, it's probably not very windy. So, just kind of waiting for my moment, listening to the birds. There's all different kinds of birds singing away, and yeah, that's about all. Nothing too crazy at the moment, but I gotta get moving in a minute. See how the bugs are out there. See, the wind is picking up, see? So when it does that, I'm like, all right, let's go set up the tent. So I'm gonna go do that. Bye. Well, I'm just out collecting some firewood and happen to be near the privy. Just, not that it matters really. I just came across this tree. Looks like it was struck by lightning. It's all charred on the church's door there. I think that's what they call them. But, big tree. Seems like it's alive. It's got pine needles on it. But, yeah. It's kind of crazy. And it's right beside the privy, so keep an eye out if you're here. Make sure it's not super windy and it's tippy, or there's any lightning. Crazy. All right, I got the tent set up. Didn't take long at all. I blew up the thermarest and the pillow, put it in, got my sleeping bag set up. The tent was trying to blow away because I used the stakes on the bug shelter. I don't know if I have more. They might be somewhere in my bag, but I didn't really bother looking too hard. I just grabbed a couple of small rocks and put them in the front of the tent, and then I opened both of the doors. There's like mesh in the doors, and then you can cover them and close them, but you can also open them. That way the wind just blows right through the tent, and that should keep it from blowing away, in addition to the 2 big rocks that I put in each corner. I went and gathered some firewood. It is nice and windy now, but only right here. As soon as you start walking anywhere that way, it's sheltered and there's no wind. It drops down, and bugs were all over me. They still are a bit, actually. Hang on, I'll flip the camera around. I did this as well. I got these 2 big rocks ready to put the grill on top, just for cooking my steak. And I gathered a bunch of firewood. I stood up a lot of what was sitting here because it's really wet, and I'm probably just going to burn a little tiny bit, make the steak, and then hang out in the bug shelter if it keeps like this, which I'm assuming it'll only get worse around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when I have to make dinner. So anyways, I'll flip around. I always find it funny because I can't see them in the camera, but there's one on my hand. I'm holding the camera. I'm just editing my Temagami trip from last weekend, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know you can't see the bugs, they're not here. And then of course on my computer at home, there's bugs everywhere flying around. So they're not too bad right here. It's nice wind here. But if I walk into, like, even if I just walk down the trail towards the privy just a tiny bit, it's not good. I found them. It didn't take long. Okay, I gotta go. I can't take it. I gotta put my head net on. I don't know why I'm not wearing it. It's kind of dumb. But when I'm out by the water, the wind is really good there, and it's blowing just nice amount. Not too much, but just enough. But down here in the forest where I'm getting wood, it's not good. Get off. Oh, and they just sit on you. Don't even care if you move your hand, or they just stay there forever. Okay, I gotta go by. I'm having head net problems this season for sure. I don't know if you can see how tight it is on my face. I feel like I'm like a burglar with a nylon stocking over my face. I don't know. I must have bought the kids one or something. Maybe I wasn't looking. I do have the package here. Actually, I do have the package here. Oh my gosh. I've never had a bug net so tight. Mosquito head net. It looks like a picture of a grown person. It's from the Dollarama, yes, but I get them from there all the time. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to conserve material, or maybe the other ones I have are just really stretched out. I don't remember. As soon as I opened a package, I was like, oh my God, it's like a sausage casing. Like, it's so tight on my face. Ugh. I'm a little bit claustrophobic. Anyway, whatever. I do have my extra bug shirt like I brought last weekend. I could always make a head net out of that. It's probably better than this. This is awful. Oh dear. I just can't please me today. Anyways, I don't know what earlier I said it was 2 o'clock. It wasn't. It was when I went to look for firewood. It was 10 to 2. And I'm like, what did I see? Maybe it was 1 o'clock. I don't know. I'm thinking about going for a little bit of a paddle, less bugs on the water for sure. It is windy out there a little bit, but I don't really care. It's a very small lake, so I was thinking of going down and checking out the waterfalls because the water's so high. They're probably really, really nice. They're just down at the end of that little creek, bay, point, tip of the lake. Yeah, I think I'm going to go do that. So that's about it. I'll see you in a bit. Look at my hair stuck to my face. When I first put it on, my hair was all over my mouth. I couldn't even get it off. There we go. Oh, well, makes my face look really skinny because it's like... All right, well, it is 2:22. And I'm just out on the water, just leaving the campsite. I had to pee. I didn't want to pee because it's really buggy back there, but I just went as fast as I could and ran back. I did have my head net sausage casing on, but I took it off now. I just got it up on my hat here like I normally do. I'm hoping it'll stretch out a little bit. And the water is so... I think that like there's just a narrow opening to get in here because there's... I remember all the rocks being out here, and I keep hitting them with the boat. They're like just, you know, they're under a couple inches of water. They're usually sticking out. So that's crazy. I hope I see something. I spent 4 days in Temagami and didn't see anything. Well, not really. Ducks, a grouse on the way in. I don't know, not much. Anyway, I'm gonna paddle a bit so I can get some more wind and get rid of these bugs that are lingering. Well, I've just got my first glimpse of the waterfalls, and they look quite lovely up there. I'm just starting to hear them, but they're still pretty quiet. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.